Hello, members of St. John's and Ely. It's so great to talk to you and give you this update on what we've done as far as the Stewardship Committee. Just in case you don't remember, my name is Jesse Graves, and my wife and I, Joyce, have that front seat reserved every Sunday morning on the first service. This year, I've been honored to be a member of the Stewardship Team. Our first directive was to read the book Ask, Thank, and Tell by Charles Lane. He is a Lutheran minister by profession. The book's goal is to set out a new way of thinking about giving to the church. In the book, he states that in his experience, the primary relationship of many Lutherans to the church is as a member of the congregation, not as a follower of Jesus Christ. After reflecting on that, I believe it's probably a true statement. Having said that, church is a wonderful place to be part of a Christian community, a community that will care for you, love you, and be a positive part of your life. However, the primary reason we go to church is to follow Jesus Christ and become a better disciple. In other words, our primary goal, now listen to this, should be discipleship, not membership. In the coming weeks, these concepts will be laid out in a much more complete way by Pastor and the Stewardship Team. I have been invited to share some of my experiences about generosity and paying things forward. In my life, by becoming a member of Jesus Christ, I have become more other-centered. My experience is no greater than anybody else. It's just my experience. I believe most of my life I was the kind of churchgoer Pastor Lane referred to. I was mostly going as a member, not a disciple. Quite frankly, I believe being a disciple is a lot harder because it brings about that other-centeredness that involves stepping into somebody else's life and lifting them up in a time of need. Another thing we have been led to do is increase our giving quite a lot and switching from giving a certain amount to a certain percentage. The percentage we are committing to the church is something I am glad to do, but quite honestly, I feel a little bit uneasy about it. It's a faith budget, and I believe it's not an amount that Joyce and I came up with. It's an amount that we are being led to commit to the ministry. Faith can be hard, but it's a lot easier if you trust the person you have faith in. As an example, if my wife Joyce told me to do something, or told me she was going to do something, I would trust that would be done every single time because I know her and I trust her. Here we are putting our faith in the creator of the universe and to have our backs when he calls us to do something. He has promised to never leave us or forsake us. And I believe that based on those promises, he has our back. Becoming a disciple of Jesus Christ does have another side of it. It does lead to other side effects, a generosity of spirit. My beloved Christ-filled mother, who was a hero of mine, used to inform her sons of a lot of different things. One of the things she used to tell us was that at the end of your life, the only thing of value you will leave in this world is, did I have a servant's heart? And did I answer God's call to serve others when that opportunity came? I believe that opportunity comes in that still small voice that urges us when we see other people that have a need. There are risks and rewards. The risks I see is if I offer somebody help and somebody says no thanks, I'm left sort of wondering, did I miss something? The rewards, however, are many. The first reward is, did I hear and follow God's commands? Of course, the answer is yes. One of the things that I do is after I do that, I silently say, yes, Mom, I do have a servant's heart. And that means a lot to me. Many times, generosity multiplies when other people see it. And then also blessing will flow not only on the person who has helped, but also the person who helped. Let me give you one small example of what happened to me several years ago at Hy-Vee. At the time, I was a part-time checker. An older lady came to my lane with a full cart. She said she was having the whole family over for the very first time in a long time and was very happy about it. I got done checking the cart and the bill came to a little over $120. She pulled out her food stamp card and there was a little bit over $60, $61, $62 as I recall. And we used that to pay part of the bill. And then she pulled out a credit card and of course that was denied. She pulled out a second credit card and that was denied too. I said to her, ma'am, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pay for the rest of your bill and I'm going to put it on my debit card. After I bagged her groceries, she asked how she could pay me back. I said I wanted her to consider this an early Christmas gift for me. She did not owe it back to me. We touched hands. She said thank you, and we both started to cheer up. I know she was blessed, but I was blessed much, much more than she was, because I listened, heard God's voice, and followed. The lady behind her, when she was out of my lane, the lady behind her said to me, "That was so generous of you, and I refuse to let you pay that by yourself." She gave me $30 and refused to take no for an answer. I said, as I said, generosity is sometimes multiplied when other people see it. Thank you for listening to me.